everyone. Laurie here. We are getting ready to talk about the upcoming retreat in Mexico next May. And we just had our little session in the Bellevue Downtown Park asking a bunch of questions about the retreat and what you can expect. So I thought I would jump on and do a really quick live. Hi, Dwayne! Because there were a few questions out at the park that I wanted to cover so that we can, start to get to know the resort and start to get to know what the expectations are for the retreat coming up in May 2024. So this is such a beautiful property, and if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you are interested in the retreat and that you are also able to just jump online to my website where the link is in the bio. And you can look at the frequently asked questions on the website. You can look at my site. You can look at the Xinalani Retreat site. And part of the reason there's so many options is that it's really a good idea to familiarize yourself with the resort. The resort is, it's about 40 minutes south of Puerta Vallarta by boat. So it's only accessible by boat. And once you get to the resort, there's kind of these like cabanas on the hill. So there's quite a bit of steps going up and down the side of the hill that leads down to the ocean. So if you're interested in the resort and you're interested in this retreat, you might want to jump on either their site or on my site. There's a link that says 10 things you should know about the Xinalani Resort, because it is a very specific environment, accessible only by boat. It has a long 250-yard beach, which is beautiful. It has I think they opened their 7th yoga studio this year. It's a really, really stunning spot. Hi, Amanda. How are you? So, at this stage, I wanted to just go through the questions that people asked me in the park today, just really quick. And then there will be an information session the first of the month at 12:30 in our winter location, which is right here in Bellevue. It is at Umpqua Bank, which is right near Old Main Street in Bellevue. And so if you wanted to, any first Saturday of the month throughout winter, we will be having the information session, so you can pop in, say hello. Make sure you check on the website to make sure. There might be a couple Saturdays that I might be traveling, but other than that, the conversation is open and we're so excited. I'm currently partnering with 2 other yoga teachers. And there's a couple others that I'd love to invite into the mix. So there will be an option for the morning class will be Prana Vinyasa, slow flow yoga as taught by me. But also there will be a hot option if you're a Bikram person, or some people call it 26 and 2. And that is the 60-minute class with very specific times and very specific postures. So in the yoga world, we are essentially offering 2 polar opposite types of yoga. The first is my class, which if you've taken my class before, it's very nervous system based. It's very breathwork centered, spirituality. There's a lot of alignment cues within your soul, within the body, right? Then on the flip side, other end of the spectrum, Bikram, or I guess we're not supposed to say Bikram anymore, I don't know. The 26 and 2 is very specific, a lot of alignment cues. You know what to expect. Each sequence, you know exactly the timing and the sequencing and the asanas. So what's cool about this retreat is that you have the option to do either. And then, of course, the evening class, which is, I think, 5 to 7, we will all gather and do a practice, a meditation, a breath work, and then we meet for dinner in the evenings. So one of the questions today in the park was, what's the schedule? If you'd like to know the retreat schedule, please email retreats@lauriesasser.com, and I can send you the itinerary for the morning class, and then there's a set time for breakfast, and then we have an option of doing a little theory or anything people want to talk about in the afternoon session in the air conditioning. And then the third is the evening class, and then we have dinner all together. So everyone at the resort has 3 meals all together: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And food is included in the resort fee. It's amazing food. If you want to be vegetarian or vegan, they have those options. They also have local options, local seafood. Apparently it's fishing season, so that's exciting as well. So the resort offers an incredible amount of structure. Now, having said that, you can always go off and do your own thing, find activities. You can go into Puerta Vallarta through the day. That occurs by boat. I think there's little boat taxis that can take you back and forth into Puerta Vallarta. There's horseback riding, there's hiking, there's kayaking. So there's plenty to do, even if you wanted to just come and honestly not do any yoga at all. Which is, I know that's funny to say, but this idea is not about making this constricted, right? This is a very expansive idea. We're bringing in all our friends, a bunch of teachers from all over the world, and this is about you. It's about your journey, your retreat, your healing. And so that's the way I'd like to keep it. If there's a day that you don't feel like going to any yoga classes and you want to go on a very long hike, that's more than fine. And no one's policing you. I mean, the beautiful thing about the yoga industry is that there's no expectations and there's really no rules. I mean, yoga is about your journey, your healing, your inner landscape, and that evolution takes a lot of time. And no one really can tell, no one is able to tell you where you're at on that journey or kind of pass any kind of judgment on that. So the way I like to keep my classes and also my retreats is that you arrive, unfold, get in touch with your nervous system, and then the universe will tell you what you need that week. So yeah, that is the work, and that's why it's exciting. So a couple other things came up today. Hi guys, nice to see everyone. Someone was asking about bringing their partner, and the cool thing about this week, May 4th through 11th, is it's right at the peak of fishing season in this area. So this particular partner was interested in fishing, and I know we have one other yoga instructor that is arriving as well, and he's interested in fishing. So he's actually fished down there during this week before. So there is a bunch of opportunities if you wanted to bring your partner or friend or whoever. You can always bring them, and there's a ton of different opportunities. Obviously, Puerta Vallarta is beautiful. It happens to be a nonstop flight from Seattle, which is how we structured this. Hi there. So one other thing I will mention is that the cool thing about the Xinalani Retreat is that once you have this week locked in, you have this week in perpetuity. So what I would invite and love for it to happen in the Seattle community is that we have this week and we can go anytime, any year, and just kind of commit to this as a healing space, build community around it, build a wellness-centered community around just taking a little dip out into the sun every May 4th through 11th, or whatever that corresponding week is for that year. One other question that came up today was Wi-Fi. So there's a couple people that would like to join the resort and the retreat. However, they do need to work a few hours a day. So the Wi-Fi is very strong at the resort, and also your cell phone should work at the resort. So I've heard both ways. I didn't have my cell phone on the last time I was in Puerta Vallarta, but I have heard that your cell carrier will work. And of course, the resort has Wi-Fi. And so that shouldn't be a problem at all. Let's see, what else came up today? Structure. All these questions were so funny. I didn't actually anticipate that these would be the questions that popped up, but they did. Okay, so there is a pool and there is a bar. So the alcohol drinks are not included in the resort price. So the resort price is like you arrive, your airline flight is not included, but you arrive into Puerta Vallarta. There is a transfer to the boat transfer to the property is included in your price. And then meals are included. The classes that you'll enjoy. And then there's a few different activities. There's a bonfire, there's music, there's a bunch of different activities that are included. And if you do want to learn about that, just email retreats@lauriesasser.com. There's also the link in bio, and we can talk about that. However, there is a pool, so there's a ton of opportunity to lounge at the pool, on the beach. And they do serve drinks, and they do serve amazing coffee. They have these amazing coffee like martinis, and so that is also an option as well. The cool thing about Xinalani is that really the option is for everyone. I mean, you can come and hang out and work for a week and just participate in the evening classes. You can, take a couple days off and just do the traditional, like, let's have drinks by the pool. I mean, it's whatever you'd like, which is, again, I like to keep things very expansive and inclusive. So, nonstop flights. The only thing with booking the flight, so I have a couple people that are booking their flights. You arrive into Puerta Vallarta, I believe, before either 1 or 2 p.m. And again, if you'd like to email retreats@Laurie Sasser, I can get you the exact information. But you arrive into Puerta Vallarta in time to meet the boat transfer. So in other words, the boat transfer is not kind of just there all day. They wait for the entire party to arrive, and then the boat goes out to the resort. There's a couple other logistics, of course, along the way. But this is just the first of many information sessions, and I will be taping them so that any question you might have most likely will come up in these sessions. And so again, tune in the first Saturday of each month, and we'll be here in Bellevue at Umpqua Bank right here near Old Main Street at 12:30. Every first Saturday, and you can come in, meet myself if you haven't taken class with me before, meet some of the other teachers, meet other people that are interested in the retreat. Also, if you're not in Bellevue and you would like to have an experience of the type of classes that I teach, I'm happy to email you a link to some videos that are on YouTube. So my classes are very rich, very subtle, nervous system based, slow flow yoga. So in many ways, it's perfect for beginners. A lot of cueing for the inner work, a lot of cueing for your Sushumna, which is your central channel, and your chakras. So if you'd like to experience that, retreats@lauriesasser.com. I know I keep saying that. And I'll email you some links so that maybe you can get an idea of my style of yoga as taught by Shiva Rea, who is my master teacher. And so hopefully, in that case, you can just kind of peruse and feel how it feels in the body to move in this way that we'll be moving in during the retreat. And also just some of the things that we might be talking about, the way that we sequence and the elements and all the things we bring into this work. I'd love for you to experience it. Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned for the next few sessions. If you're here in Bellevue, I'd love to meet in person. And happy Saturday.